What's up, YouTube? It's Rice. And this is kind of misleading. The title, a little bit misleading. The thumbnail, a little bit misleading. It's not actually a true unboxing. I've already opened this pair of shoes. The box probably gives it away. Hence the thumbnail. What you guys are wondering, because you guys are going to know the shoes, is the colorway. The colorway is, it's the Hyper Crimsons. Hence the orange theme going on in the background. These are my first pair of like legit Jordan 1s. I have a pair of the Flights you can see behind me. So, I mean, overall, same pretty much feel. Different style though, for sure. Got these off of StockX. I think they were like, gosh, I can't even remember the price. I could probably look it up. Yeah, so the gray Hyper Crimsons, after all was said and done, we were looking at 178. That was with the shoe, which I got for 165 on top of the shipping. The StockX authentication, totally free, didn't have to pay for that at all, which I love, obviously. That's a cool thing. I think there's like a price limit, I'm not quite sure. Both pairs I bought have been over 100. The We Love Nike Air Max 90s back there, those were above 100. These, like I just said, the 165. Now, for my first pair of like legit ones, let me just say, and I'll move this mic a little bit closer, holy hell am I in love. I was blown away by the shoe. The first thing, I got it out of the box, and it had a really weird smell. It almost smelled like diesel fuel. That could have been because of the truck that it was on when it got shipped. Maybe it was near like an exhaust or something. Not really sure. But I left it outside on the patio, obviously undercover, not in sun, so no one freak out at me for that. But left it outside a little bit, shaded, let it air out, totally fine. And I will say this: I am not the Jordan 1s aren't the shoe that that's my immediate go-to, or weren't at first. I knew I loved the style of Air Max 90s for a while. I've known that. So when I got my first pair and I was like, you know what, I kind of want to get back into sneakers, that was my immediate go-to, because I loved the look of 90s, and I had friends who had 90s in the past. I think a buddy of mine had like a pair of the Flyknits that they did, I believe. So came down time for me to buy a pair of shoes. That's what I went with. I wanted to take a little bit of a risk in terms of if I would like it or not for my next pair of shoes. Hence getting these guys. A, I wanted to get a shoe that I wasn't 100% sure that I really wanted. B, I wanted to get a colorway that I wasn't 100% sure I wanted. That might seem counterintuitive. It is. I don't really have a comeback for that. But it was just a shoe that, you know, I thought I would try for the sake of trying. I liked them. When I looked at them at first, I was like, I think these are really cool. I love the writing over here, just above the midsole. That's really cool to me. I think the colors are really awesome. How you have this crazy bright on the inside, and then you have, you know, the light gray suede on the outside, and then that swoosh looks really cool. I love the way that the Wings logo kind of blends into. Just overall, it's just a really unique, almost looking sneaker to me. I think this is the one I messed up the laces a bit, so hopefully those aren't as visible to you guys. You guys can't really. Like I said though, not the most comfortable pair of shoes. The Ultra Boosts I have back there, 1,000,000% more comfortable. Those are probably the most. They're like pillows for your feet. They're insane how comfortable those things are. I'm in love, and eventually I'm gonna get another pair of Ultra Boost down the line. But I like the looks of specifically the highs. I'm not a fan of mids when it comes to ones or lows. The high tops and proper highs, you know. And I just something caught my eye with this shoe. I'm not really sure. I remember I was on with a buddy on Discord, and he was going through like GOAT, and I was back and forth between GOAT, StockX, and I think I was checking out like Adidas website. I got my eyes on a couple pairs of night joggers. And I saw these. I just was like, you know, I'm gonna look through some ones. I was looking previously. I'll just check it out again. I saw the shoe. I was bouncing back and forth between the multicolor and this guy, and he was like, get the hyper crimsons, the gray hyper crimsons, and I did it. I was like, all right, screw it, we're gonna go with it. It took me a couple weeks to get them. Once I actually pulled them out of the box, I could post a photo too. I posted it, I think, on my Twitter. Holy cow, I fell in love, like, again. Because during that wait period, you start thinking, you start looking at other shoes. I was looking at a pair of the crap, I think, like, one of the green ones, like the pine green or something like that. Then there's the Sports Illustrated edition one that I really like. That's probably my next pair of shoes now. And I was kind of like, maybe I should have gone with something like that. These got here, I think just a couple days ago. I pulled them out of the box, and I couldn't have been happier, honestly. Really happy seeing these things in person. But I feel like that's it with a lot of shoes. There are so many different colorways, so many different styles. It's hard to tell what you like until you actually buy it, until you actually put it on, until you've seen it in person. And I think that's going to be my policy from now on, probably. Because it's easy to diss a shoe when you just see it, right? I mean, you go through StockX, you go through GOAT, there's hundreds of thousands of different designs, colorways, different people who are working on different projects, all the different companies, everything. But once you actually, get a shoe and you've tried it, then it's like, not reading a book by its cover. I mean, you still get a good idea of what a shoe's gonna look like when you see a photo of it. But once you've actually felt it, you get it in your hands, you get it on your feet, you've walked around in them a little bit, then you can make a full decision. And I feel like any sneakerhead probably knows that. That's probably nothing crazy. I'm not Gandalf over here spewing words of wisdom. But it's just good for me. And it's something that, I was kind of getting iffy about the shoe. Once I actually got it, once I actually wore it, I fell in love again. And so I got a couple pairs that I'm looking at getting next. One is the Sports Illustrated. It's either that or Stars Born. I'm not sure. I think it's called different things on different websites. And then there's a pair of like Puma dad shoes I was kind of looking at, mainly for the joke, but also I kind of feel like it'd be cool to dip my toes in the dad shoe realm. But who knows? So that's it for these guys. It's obviously not an unboxing. It's not really a sneaker review. It's just my opinion on these shoes. These definitely have turned me towards ones once again. Like I said, I have a pair back there, the Flights. They aren't nearly my favorite shoe, but they are. I actually do enjoy them, but they definitely didn't make me fall in love with ones. These did, for sure. I love the build quality. I love the materials. I love the overall feel and just how special. I mean, it just feels like a special shoe, even though I know it's not. And that's something I really enjoy. I want my shoes to make me feel good when I'm walking around in them. You spend $165, you want to feel special, for that money. And these do, 100%. So, if I like how this turns out, once I do all the editing and everything and I find the audios, because I tried recording another video actually on those Flights back there and I didn't really care for it. Mess with things around today. Maybe I'll like how this one turns out a little bit more, and post it and see what you guys think. Leave me some feedback if you want me to get more technical with shoes. Obviously, I'm just getting started. I know jack crap, so it'll take a while before I'm catching up. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have any sneaker recommendations, things I should. And yeah, until the next video. Deuces.